Hey folks, welcome back to Dark Room Reviews. Now before I get into this list, I just want to take a second to thank all of you who tune in every week, take time out of your day to watch what I have to say. It's for entertainment purposes, and I just wanted to, tip my hat to you guys, all of you, he, she, they, everyone that's part of this, physical media, movie community. And I just want to extend my gratitude for you guys. So thank you so very much. I have a slew of films to go over and to remind you that if you haven't seen any of these films on this list, check them out. Look them up as soon as possible. Streaming, go to your local library, check if they have a copy available. Give this video a thumbs up, guys. My name is Joel, and this is the third annual Ghouls and Goblins event where I'm talking horror movies all across the board. And throughout the month of October, we're halfway done, but the party's not over yet. First up on the list is a movie called The Blackening from 2022. 7 black friends go away for the weekend and end up trapped in a cabin with the killer who has a vendetta. What drew this movie to me is the fact that it has a Saw, Jigsaw-like premise to it. Essentially, we have a group of friends. They, rent out this cabin for the weekend. They discover that there is a basement, and in this basement there is a sick, twisted, demented game that they are forced to play, or else they will be chased and hunted down by a murderer. Now, what really is intriguing is the actual board game. I feel like the board game premise in this isn't as used as much as I wanted it to. I think that's what really brought the creep factor. If you've seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about. I can see this movie getting a sequel, and I can see a director having so much fun with this, and playing around more with this board game. And it's a creepy good time. As for the killer reveals, it's surprising. I didn't expect there to be that kind of reveal, but I kind of dig it. Next up, we have a movie from 2008 that I hear absolutely no one talking about, and that is a little indie horror film called The Midnight Meat Train. Now, if you know the A-list actor Bradley Cooper, this is one of his earliest films, and in this film he plays a photographer, and he's an artist, and he goes out at night and captures the city, captures locations through the lens of his camera. And one night he witnesses a grisly murder, and the people involved, and from then on it just becomes this like detective mystery / obsession he has. And each night he goes to seek out this person who is doing these visceral, unrelenting, unstoppable killings. And we find out more about this person doing the killings. Essentially, we see Bradley Cooper spiral out of control. His mental health really sinks down. He loses his loved ones because of this big mystery that ultimately unveils at the end. It's a bit of a shocker, but it's so cool. If you haven't checked it out, it's streaming right now on Tubi. Next up is a movie from 2019 called The Wretched. Again, another film that is so overlooked, so underrated. And in fact, I read recently that there is a sequel in the works. A defiant teenage boy struggling with his parents' imminent divorce faces off with a 1,000-year-old witch who is living beneath the skin and posing as the woman next door. Yeah, this is a tale we've seen many times before. The next door neighbor is a vampire, no one believes him. And, it's the little boy who cried wolf. But this time around we have something ancient, an ancient evil. It's a witch that ultimately takes over the town, takes out the people in the town one by one. And we see the devastation throughout this movie. And what lies at the center is our main character, just teenager, who no one really believes him in town. But the scares are there. The scares really make this movie come to life. Next up is a movie from 2020 called Relic. A woman links her mother's increasingly volatile behavior to an evil presence at their family's decaying country home. This is a very a slow burn. This is a thriller / drama that centers around a woman who is taking care of her ill mother, and this woman's, has her health is declining, and there's moments where she's wandering off into the woods, and eventually something sinister overpowers her this mother, and we find out all sorts of uncomfortable terror that's unleashed. I only seen this one time, but it was enough for me to recommend it to you guys out there. If you haven't seen it, it's another indie horror film you should definitely consider watching for the first time. There is a streaming service called Canopy that, again, I hear no one talking about, but it's fantastic. It's absolutely free, but only requires you to have a library card to log in, and you're set. Last up on this list is a 2019 film called Brightburn. The plot follows Brendan Breyer, a young boy of extraordinary origin reared on Earth, who discovers he has superpowers, using them with dark intentions. Yeah, if you haven't seen this film, it's basically, imagine if Superman crash landed on Earth as a baby and he turned evil over time as he grew up. His intentions are unveiled in school, where his mother works in a diner. We see people getting killed off. But I think the most impressive, shocking thing to me about this film is the ending. There is one particular scene that really stands out to me. Elizabeth Banks is also in this film, and I think James Gunn is attached to this project. Well, yeah, if you're looking for something different, short, unique, not over the top, Brightburn is the movie for you. Guys, that is my list of overlooked films that I hear absolutely no one talking about. Give these recommendations a one-time watch. Let me know what you think. Plenty more content to come, including one fun video in the works. Stay tuned for more. I will see you guys very soon. Take care.